Hey guys, Angel here. So excited about this video. I'm actually recording outside. It is like really gorgeous out here today. Oh, and I got new hair. This is the Outre Annie. I absolutely love her. However, I bought it in the wrong color, so that's why I have my baseball cap on, because you know it's a half wig and my hair color doesn't match it, so I ordered another one. Anyway, this video has nothing to do with how cute my hair is. I do love it though. This video is dedicated to all of my single ladies who really want to be married. So I get emails a lot about relationships because many of you guys know that I've been with my husband for 20 years, married for 17, coming up on 18, but together for 20 years. So I get a lot of questions about being in relationships and single women looking to be married and what does all that look like and all of that. So I wanted to talk to the single ladies about owning who you are, owning your value, and not compromising just for the sake of being in a relationship with a man, just so you can fill a void in your life. Another human being cannot fill the void of the number one thing that we need to fulfill within ourselves. The number one void that we need to fill within ourselves is discovering our purpose. You guys know I talk a lot about knowing what your purpose is, and until you know what your purpose is, I believe that everything else is kind of just almost temporary. We try and fill that void with these temporary fixes. Oftentimes, single women will compromise just so they can be in a relationship, and it's due to fear. Fear of thinking they're going to be alone forever, fear that if they have children and they're single, then another man isn't going to want them because they have children by someone else. A lot of women stay in these horrible relationships with the children of their father, with their children's father, because they don't want to break up I was going to say happy home, don't want to break up that family unit. Well, however, if the guy is not involved in the relationship, if the father of your children is not involved in your family unit that you believe that you're holding together, then what is that really showing your children? Like, really, what is that showing your children? That mommy just stays with this guy just because he's your dad, but mommy's really not happy? You have got to put yourself first. I am telling you, putting yourself first as a woman is one of the most attractive things to a man. We don't understand that as women. We think that if I cook and if I clean and if I sing and if I dance and if I drop it like it's hot for him and do all these things for him, then he's going to see that I'm a good catch, that I'm a good woman, that I can be a good wife. No, he already knows who he wants in a woman. So you coming along trying to sing and dance and put on a show for him, number one, he's going to sense that that's a sing, dance, and a show. He's going to sense that that's not who you really are. You as a woman, one of the most attractive things to a woman or in a man as a woman is confidence. Ladies, you know for yourself. Let's take, for instance, Donald Trump or Mr. Wonderful from Shark Tank. Now, y'all forgive me, but if they were just two gentlemen walking down the street, they're not really lookers. They're not somebody who you're going to turn around and be like, oh my God, you know, who is that? Unlike Mark Cuban. However, because of their position, because of their power, because of their influence, a lot of women are attracted to those men. Why? Because they're confident, because they know who they are, and they carry themselves well. And so when you do that as a woman, you will turn heads just because of the confidence that you exude. But you don't want to be by yourself because you don't want to either face the fact that you are in your 30s or 40s or 50s and you're still single, because for some reason that's like a stigma and something is wrong with you if you're in your 30s and 40s and 50s and you're still single. Whoever made that up, that lie can go straight to the pits of hell. If you are still single, be confident in that and own that fact. And don't put yourself on sale for someone just because you need to hurry up and fill this void because of your age and you're not with somebody. That alone time that you're afraid of ultimately will be the sweetest time in your life. Like, I remember discovering my purpose and really breaking away from who the old Angel was, I was so afraid to let go of certain friends because I didn't want to be by myself. I was like, well, who am I going to go out with? Who am I going to hang out with? What am I going to do by myself? Come to find out today, when I look back on that alone time, that was the sweetest time of my life, and I wouldn't change it for the world. And you will feel the same exact way as a single woman, embracing this alone time, embracing the fact that you're getting to know who you are. You've been in relationship after relationship after relationship with so many different people and not really giving yourself that break, that time that you need to really figure out who you are and what you want. There's nothing wrong with being a single woman in 2015 if you're in your 30s, 40s, and 50s. Tell yourself a different story. Fall in love with yourself so you can therefore give that love to someone else. It is impossible to give away that which you don't have yourself. If you're trying to love another person when you don't even unconditionally love yourself, there's going to be so much turbulence during that time because you're trying to give away something that you don't have. So if you're trying to sing, dance, and cook and clean for this man, and it's not even really who you are or really what you want to do, eventually that's going to surface. So take that time to be alone, to be the woman that you know that you desire to be. Become who she is first. And the funny thing is, that happens is that oftentimes when we are focusing, you know, the scripture tells us to seek God first and all these other things will be added unto us. What I believe is seeking God first is, number one, seeking your purpose. Your purpose is God manifested in the earth. So when you begin to take that journey and break away from everything and everyone that has been a stumbling block in your path, in your journey to discovering who you are, when you take that time to discover your purpose and who you are and what you want, I believe that that's when things start to show up. That's when the things start to show up. The very thing that you are avoiding, which is that alone time, is the very thing that you need to turn around and face, so the things that you are seeking externally will begin to start literally chasing you down the street. I don't think that can happen while you are singing and dancing and putting on a show for somebody else. And get rid of everybody from your past. All the other men that you still can call if you just want to go to the movies or if you just want to go get a bite to eat. However, you used to sleep with this man, but you can still call on him whenever you feel lonely and just want to go. Get rid of those people. Delete those people out of your phone. They were in your life for a season. That season is over. It's time for you to move on. How can you possibly still have that kind of relationship with somebody else when ultimately you want a husband? That doesn't make any sense. You cannot fill a closet that is already filled. You can't put more shoes into a closet that already has shoes stacked from the bottom to the top. It's the same thing in your heart and in your mind. You cannot entertain a good man when you're still entertaining the ex, the guy that obviously things didn't work out, but yet you still have him in your phone and you can still call him at the drop of the dime when you are feeling lonely or feeling bored. During those times, take yourself out to the movies. Take yourself out to dinner. I promise you, as sure as I'm standing here, when you begin to fall in love with who you are, your gifts, your talents, your skills, your abilities, your body, all of that, the man that you ultimately want, he's going to show up. But you have to get ready. You have to get your head space prepared. Prepare space for him to show up. While you're still entertaining all your exes, there is no head space for the man of your dreams to show up. So get over the fact that you're in your 30s and 40s and 50s and you're still single. So what? Who cares? You're doing you. This is your season for doing you. Unapologetically doing you. And when I say doing you, I don't mean that I'm doing me. I ain't got time for X, Y, and Z. No, I'm not talking about that kind of I'm doing me. I'm talking about you're doing you. You're finding out who you are, what you love, and what you like. And everything else will fall into place. Guys, I love you guys from the bottom to the top. I want absolutely nothing but the best for you guys, each and every single one of you. I love you guys, and I will see you guys in the next video.